Welcome to American Baker in Germany. I'm Michelle, and today we are making a whiskey cake. This is as a farewell to my old boss. So thank you for everything, Carsten. And I am making this because he loves whiskey. So I wanted to make him a cake that contained whiskey that looked like a whiskey bottle. However, I also realized that there will probably be some people there who don't drink at all. I'm making a second bottle of whiskey that is completely alcohol free. So I'll have both versions here. So let's get started.
I included a few tablespoons of whiskey in the buttercream as well. This is Caribbean rum cake with whiskey replacing the rum. The second one has the rum replaced with water and rum extract. I'm going to try to copy these two bottles. I used a circle cutter to mark the ends and round down the corners. Then I marked the end with a small circle cutter and used it as a general size and shape of the neck of the bottle. I could easily tell the two cakes apart because I baked them in different pans, and the one with alcohol was longer than the one without. That being said, I should probably confess that I don't actually drink alcohol, so it was a bit strange to be the one to make this particular cake. I was also very careful to keep the scraps of the two cakes separate. The two bottles had slightly different forms. I eventually thinned the neck of the first bottle. Then I brushed off the crumbs. I frosted the alcohol-free cake with vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream using a large offset spatula. Then I frosted the whiskey cake with whiskey Swiss meringue buttercream using a small offset spatula so I could keep them separate. And I frosted them both again with more buttercream. If you like what we do here, hit that like button. And while you're down there, hit subscribe for a new cake video every week. I'm using marzipan instead of fondant today. Carsten had said to me before that he prefers marzipan. I rolled out the marzipan and covered the individual bottles one at a time. Then I trimmed off the excess marzipan with a sharp knife. I cut the marzipan on one bottle just a bit too short, so I rolled a thin snake to cover the gap I created. At this point, I was quite happy with the bottle cakes. I added some red food coloring and pure black food coloring to a palette. Then I mixed some ivory food coloring with clear alcohol. I tested the color on a paper towel. I added some red to get the color of Bowmore Darkest, and kept mixing until I was happy with the color, and painted on the reddish ivory onto the whiskey bottle, skipping the part for the label. Then I mixed pure ivory food coloring with clear alcohol to create a whiskey-colored edible paint for the Talisker bottle. Not to worry, the alcohol evaporates and only leaves the color behind, so this one is still alcohol-free. I painted on the words with black food coloring, Talisker and Ohne Alkohol for without alcohol, on the alcohol-free cake. And Bowmore Darkest and Carsten on the bottle that contains alcohol. Finally, I rolled out some black fondant really thin and laid it over the top to be the cap of the bottle. I have to confess, I was happy with the cakes before they were painted. Unfortunately, I wasn't at all happy with my painting job and thought they looked kind of like ketchup bottles. Oh well, you can't always be happy with everything. My boss was really happy with them and told me afterwards that the whiskey cake tasted really good, so not all is lost. Just thought I would share them anyway as a basis tutorial on how to make a bottle-shaped cake. If you execute them better, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your work. For more cakes and tutorials, visit our website at AmericanBakerInGermany.com. We're also on Facebook and of course Instagram.